The image of the hobo, an itinerant worker traveling the rails, living on the fringes of society, has long fascinated readers and writers alike. Hobos, often seen as romantic figures of freedom or symbols of economic struggle, have appeared in numerous novels, representing the restless, rootless spirit of those who wander in search of opportunity, escape, or self-discovery. Below are the top 10 novels that explore the lives of hobos, capturing their unique experiences and their search for meaning on the open road. One of the most famous American novels, The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck, published in 1939, tells the story of the Joad family as they journey westward during the Great Depression, forced off their land and left to wander as migrant workers. Though not hobos in the traditional sense, the Joads embody the hobo spirit as they traverse the country in search of work and a better life. Steinbeck's powerful depiction of economic hardship and human resilience is a timeless exploration of the hobo experience. Jack London's The Road, published in 1907, is an autobiographical account of his own experiences as a hobo in the 1890s. The novel vividly describes London's life on the road, hopping trains, evading the law, and witnessing the brutal realities of life as a drifter. London's hobo adventures are written with sharp observation, making this a must-read for anyone interested in the gritty realities of life on the margins during that era. Though not strictly about hobos, Jack Kerouac's On the Road, published in 1957, captures the spirit of the American wanderer. The novel follows Sal Paradise and Dean Moriarty as they crisscross the country, hitchhiking, riding buses, and hopping trains. Kerouac's freewheeling prose and focus on the thrill of the open road resonate with the hobo's desire for freedom and movement. It's a classic exploration of American restlessness and the pursuit of meaning in a transient life. Ironweed, a novel by William Kennedy, published in 1983, tells the story of Francis Phelan, a former baseball player turned drifter, as he wanders through Albany, New York, grappling with his troubled past. Francis is a quintessential hobo figure, living on the streets, riding the rails, and trying to come to terms with his failures. William Kennedy's novel is a haunting exploration of guilt, redemption, and the harsh realities faced by hobos during the Great Depression. Published in 1908, the autobiography of a supertramp is a fascinating memoir by Welsh poet W.H. Davies, who spent much of his life as a hobo in Britain and the United States. Davies recounts his adventures on the road, including his experiences hopping trains, working odd jobs, and surviving on the fringes of society. His keen observations about the people and places he encounters make this a compelling portrait of hobo life at the turn of the 20th century. The Boxcar Children by Gertrude Chandler Warner, published in 1924, is a beloved children's book about 4 orphan siblings who run away and make a home in an abandoned boxcar. Though the story focuses on their resourcefulness and ability to survive on their own, it evokes the hobo experience of living in transitory spaces and the freedom and danger of life without a fixed home. This charming book has captured the imaginations of generations of readers, presenting a romanticized but touching version of the hobo life. Jack Black's You Cant Win, published in 1926, is a memoir that delves deep into the hobo underworld of the early 20th century. Black, a career criminal and drifter, shares his stories of life on the road, train hopping, stealing, and spending time in and out of jails. The novel paints a vivid picture of hobo subculture, where survival often depends on wits and deception. It's a gritty, unflinching look at the less romanticized side of life as a hobo. Though not primarily about hobos, Saint Maybe, a novel by Ann Tyler, published in 1991, features a character who embodies the hobo archetype. Ian Bedloe, after a family tragedy, seeks redemption by adopting a transient lifestyle, working odd jobs and drifting from place to place. His journey of self-forgiveness and spiritual exploration echoes the hobo's quest for meaning beyond the confines of traditional society. Tyler's sensitive portrayal of the human condition makes this novel a quiet but powerful addition to the genre. Steinbeck's novel, Canary Row, published in 1945, set during the Great Depression, is filled with colorful characters living on the margins of society, many of whom are transient workers and hobos. Set in Monterey, California, the novel captures the camaraderie, hardships, and small triumphs of those who scrape by on the fringes. While the story is more about a community than a single wandering hobo, the novel's themes of displacement and resilience are central to the hobo experience. In Water for Elephants, a historical romance novel by Sarah Gruen published in 2006, Jacob Jankowski, after the death of his parents, finds himself hopping a train that belongs to a traveling circus. The novel evokes the hobo lifestyle as Jacob is thrust into a world of constant movement, odd jobs, and life on the rails. Though set within the circus world, Gruen's novel captures the uncertainty and adventure of life on the move, making it a worthy inclusion in this list of hobo-inspired novels. Hobos have long represented both the struggles of economic hardship and the allure of freedom, independence, and the open road. These 10 novels explore different facets of hobo life, from the harsh realities of surviving on the fringes of society, to the romanticized notion of wandering and seeking meaning in a transient world. Whether through historical accounts, memoirs, or fiction, these stories capture the unique spirit of the hobo, offering readers a glimpse into lives lived outside the bounds of conventional society.